reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
All right, let's get it.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From the 38. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A give to Mitchell, running left. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So no return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First tone of the game for James Cook. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen.
Oh, man.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Allen.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Allen on 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the 1st down.
Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted.
Motivated.
That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away.
Get up on my look. Get up on my look. Get up on my look.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Who's this?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's hold on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Can't see you, man. Can't see you.
He'll look to throw. On target to Worthy.
Look.
Maybe he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They kick the running back in motion. And they've got him behind the line.
My nigga's not strong.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here.
My boy back. My boy back.
42 before they make the stop. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They send a receiver in motion right. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it on 2nd and short. Mitchell up the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Safety help.
To throw here on first down.
He back. He back. He back.
The Saints take a second quarter lead.
I got offensive.
It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, good look for them.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
He was ready.
This one up the gut. Duke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Right.
It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Let's go.
They can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice
But we smoking anyway.
Preach not giving up the big plays, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Complete here to Bowers. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, you can be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't go on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 3. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
When I touch it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on first down. He fires one deep down the left. That's complete inside the 35. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
I got to
out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing off the play fake here.
Oh, missed it!
It's intercepted. And the Bills come up with a turnover and hold strong on 4th down. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks out the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. That's incomplete left side.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Third and long for him here. Pass complete to Duvernay. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Saints will get set to take over.
It's the butcher, nigga.
They're out and set. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10.
He dropped it.
Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Bills taking over on offense. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Taken in by Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a...
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing from the gun. He beams one deep right side. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Bills get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen.
Let's go. Free fucking sack.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, you want to make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds Kincaid. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now run by Cook. And finally they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Now it's a bootleg for him. Buying some time right.
Oh, grab
He's going to
it!
hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one.
Through you.
And a return from the 29. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great block. Great block. That's all I need. That's all I needed.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He'll pass it this time.
Ooh.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I'm a loner.
They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Boom! Welcome back.
A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. Gets some space around midfield. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bills first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Allen. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Now the shotgun give to Cook.
Oh!
Pop to end that one. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Allen on 3rd down. He finds Kincaid. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain.
I don't know how to fucking switch
this
this work.
Bills first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
Oh, those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays
Man,
I wish we had the huddle.
can't believe they took you from me.
I can assure you, that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete to Coleman. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. And now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Loose.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking for a throw here. Cut out left. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing with a blitz on the way.
I know you can't fuck with your boy. Keep going.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
No safety help. If you don't play the under, nigga, it's over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
To throw again on 2nd and 10.
Oof.
Cut at the 4. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try and punch it in.
Who the fuck did you block? Fullback? What the fuck?
Frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Mitchell. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints take a 3rd-quarter lead. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like you make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39.
Get that ball. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, nigga.
And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock. But how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. You kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, Allen hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. Short side option here. He's running. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7. Allen looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side.
It didn't let me jump. Yo, man, you gave me dead tight. I swear to God.
I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Throw came out well. The defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here.
Okay.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action.
Big fucking sack, boys.
Working quickly here. Another try following the sack.
Oh my God, man. Stop bailing this nigga, bro.
So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. New set of downs for him at the 38. Allen setting up play action. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
They send a man in motion. Allen on the play action. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Offense in the hurry up here. Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys, hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, They got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Not sure it could be a worst-case scenario. The pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They did it! He made the interception! And the Saints have some new life in the 4th. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well, but there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems. He's got to figure that picture out.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. The give now to Mitchell.
Where are we blocking?
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there, and the Saints are going to have a 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trail by a field goal. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Olave with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Mitchell on the carry. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, come on, baby.
Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Mitchell. And he's in. And that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he most likely won this game. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good. So they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Don't break. Don't. We bend, we don't break. Let's go.
From the 30.
Okay.
Here he is to throw.
I don't care. Inbounds. It's good.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Setting up to pass. Try and push it deep downfield. Put the body on the line for his team. So it came at a painful cost to the QB, but on top of a hefty gain, going to move it half the distance to the goal for roughing the passer. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. One final shot here.
Let's go! Let's go!
So fans starting to.
That's all I needed, boy. Let's fucking go, nigga.
And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception block and officially end this game. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed, you get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know